G'day there. If you've ever wondered, well, what is the best way to set up my bank account so that I can consistently spend less and save more, then this video is absolutely for you, because in this video, I'm going to take you through the very simple bank account structure that I've been using with my financial coaching clients for over 30 years, a bank account structure that will ensure that you can give every dollar a purpose and, more importantly, save more money every single month. G'day there, my name is Phil McGilvray. I'm a financial coach, financial well-being consultant, and founder of the Money Boss movement, where we make essential money skills practical, fun, and easy to understand so that you and your family can thrive financially. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the ideal bank account structure that I've been using with my coaching clients for over 30 years. Okay, so the account structure that I'm going to share with you has 3 main accounts, and each of these accounts has a very specific purpose. The first of these accounts is what I call your central working account. This is the financial hub of your world. All sources of income should come into this central account. So if you're a couple, that means both sources of income, both incomes go into this account. In the account itself, we hold all the money for your known upcoming expenses. And from this account, all your expenses are paid, except there's one exception to that, which I'll cover, but all expenses are paid. So direct debits, transfers, you'd ideally have a debit card, and if you have a credit card, this is where your credit card gets paid from. So if we summarize that, this account receives all income. Secondly, it should hold all the money for your known upcoming expenses. So on the right here, you can see this is a personal budget from one of my clients. You can see they've got their income, that all comes into this account. And then they're holding money. They're setting this much money aside every month for all of their known expenses. So all of this money that is accumulating for their known expenses should sit in this central account. All expenses are paid for from this account. So this is where you set up your direct debits. This is where you set up your periodical payments. This is where you do your transfers from. This is where you pay your credit card from. And ideally, you have a debit card attached to this account. Now, the cleaner you can keep this, and by that I mean having all income come in and all expenses come out of this account, it means that you have one transaction statement that you can look at each month, and at a glance, you can see exactly how you're tracking financially. So that's what we want to do. When we've got multiple accounts all over the place and we're paying out money from all sorts of different places, it is very hard to get any clarity on how we're tracking financially. One account, one hub, all income in, all expenses out, and we hold the money for our known upcoming expenses inside this account. Okay, so let's have a look at the second account in this bank account structure, and that is what I call your everyday account. This is the one exception to all expenses coming out of your central account, because from this everyday account, or in this everyday account, we isolate what I call your everyday spending. So everyday spending is things like groceries, petrol, takeaway, bought coffees, bought lunches, pocket money for the kids, eating out, etc., etc. And you can see on the screen here, this is a snapshot from one part of my personal expenses worksheet that shows the everyday expenses. These are the consumable discretionary expenses that we have every single month. Now, the reason we isolate this money is because this is where most families waste the most money. It's the bought coffees every day, it's the bought lunches every day, it's the takeaway, it's the eating out, it's the entertainment. All little bits of money, but they add up significantly at the end of the month. And most of the clients that I work with before they set up this structure have found themselves wasting hundreds of dollars every single month. Once we put this structure in place, we've said this is how much money. So if we look at this example here, $2,609, which is a little bit on the high side, $2,609 is transferred from a central working account into the everyday account on the first day of each month. And the rule is, this is what I've got for the month, this is all I've got for the month, and I need to make it last. If I run out halfway through the month, bad luck, we're on baked beans and mashed potatoes for the rest of the month. Now, of course, we want to start with a realistic figure so that we're not running into baked beans and mashed potatoes too early on in the month, but it is important that you set yourself that physical boundary. So that is the second account. That is your everyday account, and it will help you save money. And then the third account, I'll just go through here. Third account that we're looking at is our high interest savings account. Now, this is, as it says, a high interest savings account. Now, ideally in this account, we have 3 types of savings. The first one of these is your rainy day fund. Now, your rainy day fund is money set aside for the unexpected expenses. Now, every single year, there will be unexpected expenses. This year alone for us, we've had our dishwasher die, our hot water system died, and we had to replace the pads in our evaporative air conditioning, which cost about $3,000. So all up, we're about $8,000 out of pocket on expenses we could not have predicted, because those things could have happened 5 years ago. They could have happened 5 years in the future. I have no idea when they'll happen next time. So by putting money in a rainy day fund, I've got the unexpected expenses covered without having to take money out of my central account, which is covering my known expenses. So that is your rainy day fund. The second thing we need is to have money set aside as a cash reserve. Now, a cash reserve is for life events. This is, I've lost my job and I'm not earning anything right now, or maybe I'm sick and I can't work, or injured and I can't work, or maybe I need to take time off because I need to care for a loved one. This is for your life events. That's what your rainy day fund is for. Your cash reserve is for. And that also sits in this high interest account. Then the last purpose of this high interest account is to set money aside for big future life goals. Things like a house deposit, or buying a new car, or taking the family overseas. This is for your big life goals. So that is the third account in this structure, a high interest account where ideally you're earning 4.5% to 5% on that money. So it's slightly beating inflation while we actually wait for that money to need to be used. Okay, so that's the 3 main accounts in this structure. One other thing that I need to add here, if you are a couple, then I often have people say, well, what if I want to buy my spouse a present or something like that, and they're going to be able to see what I spend? What we can then have is individual pocket money accounts, his and hers pocket money accounts, which are basically just little ATM accounts where we can transfer a small amount of money into those ATM accounts that is purely discretionary. If you have a look at this, it's purely discretionary money. You can spend it on whatever you like. It should only be a small amount though. It should only be a small amount because ideally everything else is budgeting. Our clothing, our hobbies, our sports, those are not hobbits, our hobbies and sports and those sort of things, all of those are factored into a good budget. So this really is purely discretionary money, and it should only be a small amount of money every month. My wife and I have been giving each other $25 a month for it must be like 20 years. We do need to up it, but having said that, right now we've both got hundreds of dollars sitting in those accounts simply because everything else is covered for in our budget. So make sure it's only a small amount. And then the last thing to note here is that when we've got these discretionary accounts, it is very much a no accountability account. You can spend it however you like, but again, just make sure that it is only a small amount of money because everything should be covered in your main budget. So I hope this has been helpful. If it has, please click the like button because that helps this channel reach more people. And please subscribe because every week I release more videos with practical life-changing financial education based on the questions that my clients ask me every single week. So let's summarize this. The ideal bank account structure is 3 bank accounts. You've got your central working account, which receives all income, and from it, all expenses get paid, and it holds the money for your known upcoming expenses. The second account is your everyday account, which is just an ATM account. Every month on the first of each month, you transfer your everyday spending into this account. So that's things like your groceries, petrol, parking, entertainment, bought coffees, bought lunches, takeaway, those sorts of things, isolated into this account. And you're saying to yourself, this is all I've got for the month. I need to make it last. And if I run out, bad luck, baked beans and mashed potatoes for the rest of the month. This simple strategy has saved my clients literally hundreds of dollars every single month. And then the last account is your high interest savings account. And in this account, you hold the money for your rainy day fund, those unexpected expenses. Number 2, for your cash reserve, unexpected life events. And number 3, it holds the money for your big life goals. And if you're a couple, maybe a his and hers account. So that's the ideal bank account structure. If you've ever got any questions, please just pop them in the comment section below, and my team and I will respond to those as best we can. And again, please click the like, click the subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.